The Timber project is a Interreg 4C funded European project where we're working with partners in Spain, Netherlands, Sweden and Poland, largely to look at how we can advance or further develop the biomass market in Europe. The UK element of the project is led by Engage Solutions, which is an innovative provider of economic development consultancy. In addition, we have partners like Buckinghamshire County Council, Wickham District Council, the Forestry Commission and Chiltern's AONB involved in the project. The principal problem that it seeks to address is that as a country in the UK, we've, in common with other parts of Europe, had an overemphasis and an over-reliance on fossil fuels in the past. And biomass potentially provides a strong and viable, efficient and effective source of fuel for society's energy needs moving forward. As a source of renewable energy, it's got phenomenal potential. However, there are a number of significant barriers that have kind of really served to suppress the market in recent years. In particular, complexities of the supply chains and to some extent the need for financial incentives to encourage the uptake of biomass boilers. So what we're really trying to do is through the project is to work with a number of landowners in the county, work with some of the large users of energy in the county and try and create much more direct links between the large users of energy and the landowners in order to try and shorten the supply chains, try and make the harvesting and the processing of timber much more efficient, much more effective.
Local sourcing is important. It actually predicates our whole business plan. The main chunk of cost, apart from processing and buying the timber, is transport. Now, our whole process is about partnering with woodland owners. So it's local employment. There's less traffic. It reduces CO2, brings local woodland back into management because of that reduction in cost.
We're at fairly early stages as a county, I'd say. We're at the Creswick School today, which is a new build school within Buckinghamshire. That has a wood chip biomass boiler. And it was a really good opportunity to actually start to incorporate renewable technologies into the school, as it's a brand new building and it's easy to incorporate into the design and have that as part of the design rationale. We've also started to do some retrofitting of renewable energy, and especially on the biomass side, in some of our schools that were conventionally oil-fired sites. The actual national drivers and legislative requirements have really changed over the past few years. You've got the carbon reduction commitment that requires Bucks County Council to effectively pay £500,000 a year on a carbon tax, and that includes all of our schools and corporate buildings. So there's quite a big focus on addressing all of our portfolio, not just the county council buildings themselves. You've also got the feed-in tariffs and the renewable heat incentive, which offer a good source of financial income for renewable technologies now. We are actually doing a series of financial modelling, business case development, talking to suppliers, understanding the different models that are available, whether it be Bucks County Council paying all their own capital for the technology, or looking at partnering with a supplier, doing a more of an ESCO approach and purchasing heat, showing some of the risk and operation and maintenance requirements. Bucks County Council made a cabinet decision that they, where possible, would remove oil boilers and replace them with biomass. And based on our current experience, biomass wood pellets in particular are sitting at around 1p a kilowatt hour cheaper than the oil that we're getting delivered. So there's actually a financial benefit. There's the CO2 emissions benefit, which actually has further financial implications for the CRC cost as well. But what we found at the schools in particular have got the biomass now is a really good sense of education, and the kids are very much interested, and it's more than they wouldn't be interested in a gas boiler, they wouldn't be interested in an oil boiler. It's really a sense of achievement that the school have done this sort of step in partnership with the council.